it's time I really got my long-form YouTube channel up together and going. So my channel is called Microscopic Cog Films, and these are the Cog Diaries. This week, I had what I thought was a simple plan. Build a website, sort out a poster, look at the budget, and prepare a crowdfunder. What could be easier? So naturally, with this distraction and the fact that I have deadlines to come, I sat in the garden with a coffee and contemplated my creativity. However, the harsh reality is there are spreadsheets for budgets to be dealt with, there were pictures for posters to be dealt with, there were colours and layouts for websites to be dealt with. And somewhere in the middle of all that, in my head, one question keeps coming back. How the fuck am I going to turn all this into something real that people want? And with that cold reality, I finished up with a meekly little pound sign in front of a massive fucking great number. What the hell am I doing? My name is Rob. I'm an independent filmmaker and artist. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, you'll know that I say that every time I put a post out. It's my hook. It's my thing. It's what allows people to know it's me. But in all honesty, no one knows who I am or what I do. So I put this post out, and that way everybody knows who I am and what I do. Check it out. So who am I then? Come here, listen. So my name is Rob. I'm an independent filmmaker and artist. I've been around for a long time, not doing big mainstream events. In the 80s and early 90s, I was an actor. In the late 90s, I was a teacher, teaching art, drama, and I was working with learning disabilities and mainstream students. Then in the early noughties, I opened a stage school, the New Youth Theatre in Swindon. I was also Arts and Community Development Officer in North Wiltshire, which means I created shows, I created youth theatres, I created film projects. In 2009, I worked for a production company called Strawberry Green. And for them, they wanted me to direct art programmes ahead of its time. It was for web-based TV, 12 programmes in a year. And in that time, I worked with a crew and I developed my skills. I then worked for my local council, training films for the NHS, training films for the local council, information films, all sorts. I was very, very busy. In 2016, I fell ill and then poof, it all stopped. Later on, after lockdown, I worked with Strawberry Green again. We had artistic differences and we all went our separate ways. I went to university, got a master's degree in film and TV. And I cannot wait to get started. And all of the projects I do, whether they be art, film, short film, is because I'm working towards one last big project. And the things that you're going to watch me do on here is my journey to get me there. I've got skills, I've got experience, I've got lots and lots of energy, and I'm slightly crazy too. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye. And this did quite well. It got several thousand views, and I'm very pleased with its performance. My whole creative output is out there for you to see that I am a serious artist. And of course, you may look at all my socials, all my TikToks, Instagrams, and now the YouTubes, and decide that he's nothing more than a deluded old fool. I guess time will tell, because if I do start to produce films, and I do produce more artworks, you'll know that I'm the real deal. And against all the odds, Microscopic Cog Films is starting to take shape. It's starting to become something. It's starting to become a real thing that's going to produce real film and real work. However, machines of this nature, they're hungry. And they're hungry for money and they need feeding. And there's one big problem with that. I ain't got any fucking money. I don't have a penny. And so the way to deal with that little issue is, I think I'm going to take the dog out for a walk when I get back. Now with the dog now happy, I consider my website. Now to me, in my head, a website is a simple thing. You put some words on a page, add a few pictures, have a cup of tea, and enjoy it. Start again and get caught in the eternal fucking time loop of despair, asking, is it good enough? Because a website is not just a website, it's the shop window. You get your TikTok, your Instagram. They're like great places where you can meet people and they can meet you. But the website is the home. This is where you bring them back to. So it needs to be right. It needs to feel right. It needs to look right. People need to feel like they belong there and that it's easy to be there. And of course, see everything that they want to see. And the website is not just a place for work and to show off our wares. It's the place where the crowdfunder sits, where it links to where you can donate money. And that's really important. If you want someone to invest in you, it's got to look right. It's got to look clean and it's got to look professional. And it's got to say, this is who I am and this is what I do and this is what I'm offering you. Social media is brilliant. It's a fantastic way of meeting people, of quickly saying, hey, this is me and this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm offering you. So when someone lands on Microscopic Cog Films, they know instantly this is a filmmaker, this is an artist, this is someone who is building something. This is Microscopic Cog Films. So for me, what's really important is when people land on Microscopic Cog Films, they know instantly it's a place where films are made, where there's original storytelling, where there is an individual, me, building something, that this is Microscopic Cog Films. So with thoughts of my website moving to the back of my brain for me to think about in the next few days, I have a poster that I must complete. For my film, my first short film, One in the Chamber, as you can see, the poster has started to come to life. We've got the title, we've got the actress credit, the mood, the text, and that cinematic feeling. And film posters work differently now. Posters aren't just something you chuck into the road like a deer in the headlights waiting to be squished by the juggernaut of a marketing budget. For an indie film, the poster has to start selling the idea long before anyone's had the decency to fund the thing. It is part of the campaign before the film is even made. That's a great speech. Unfortunately, I cannot get the font right. To me, every version I've chosen looks shit. So maybe I'll just go into utter denial, forget about the poster for now, and think about the budget. So now I'm going to talk about budget. Budget for my short film, One in the Chamber. Been working on One in the Chamber for 7-8 months now. And I'm getting close to setting up a crowdfunder. In order to set up the crowdfunder, of course, I need a budget. So here it is. And the budget for One in the Chamber is currently £28,000. £28,000. And that's quite shocking. Now, I have colleagues that would say, it's too much. You've got a camera, just go and shoot it. Cut the expensive bits out of the film. I want to produce something of a good quality and something that's memorable. I've got to build an audience. I've got to do things like these videos. And I've got to keep talking about One in the Chamber. These things take time. So I'm going to do a crowdfunder for stage 1 for the pre-production, a big crowdfunder for the stage 2 for the principal photography, and then another big crowdfunder for the stage 3, which is the post-production. And that brings us to the end of episode 1 of the Cog Diaries. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. And what you can expect from episode 2 is an update on that huge budget for a short film, the development of the crowdfunding campaign, the development of that poster for One in the Chamber, and the rebranding of the website. So please drop in
and see what happens. The trials, the tribulations, the highs, the lows, the successes and the failures. This has been the Cog Diaries. Thank you for watching. Bye now.